I hope you realize the church fathers were A, really, really intelligent, and B, really, really limited.
Yeah.
They are centuries removed from the New Testament. They are millennia removed from the Old. I can count the number of church fathers on one hand who knew Hebrew. Now here's the thing. If we say that Hebrew is important, and we make our seminarians learn Hebrew, it's still important for the church fathers. And if they don't know it, why are you trusting their exegesis? Augustine knew Greek, but he confessed he hated it. He did his work in the Vulgate. That's what he was comfortable with. He was a Latinist and an adept one. He was really good. And he's just a really smart guy. And all these other, I mean, these are not dumb people. They're brilliant people. They do not have facility with the languages for the most part. I mean, later in the Reformation, you get Luther and Calvin. They can do some work in Hebrew. They don't have access to any of the ancient Near Eastern material because it wasn't translated yet. It only gets translated in the 1800s. They don't have any comparative material. They don't have the Dead Sea Scrolls. That's a mid-20th century discovery. Ugaritic is an early 20th century discovery. They don't have half or a third, maybe even a quarter of what you have. They don't have it. They are limited. As brilliant as they are limited. So they're useful, but we have to sort of set them in context. You know, we have to tap them for what they're tracking on, and they are tracking on a number of really interesting things. But we also have to realize sort of where they fit in terms of the task of exegesis. And if we really, unless we want to just pay lip service to interpreting in context, if you're not willing, like I said, if you're not willing to look at Genesis 6 in light of the Apkallu story and the Era epic and all that kind of stuff, if you're not willing to do that, fine, but I don't ever want to hear you talk to me about interpreting the Bible in context again. And I have said that to people, winning hearts and minds everywhere I go. Okay, but I'm serious about it, because why are you talking about this and then denying it in your procedure? Why? It's just, don't be afraid. It's just your Bible. I mean, why are you doing that? So again, it's a pretty small list of what I'm anti, okay? But we have to both honor these guys for what they achieved with the tools that they had, but also realize their limitations. And, not beat them up for it, but realize that, if they had what I had, boy, they'd do a whole lot better. It's unfortunate.